Ooh, what's going on, my fellow deplorables? Welcome back to the 1776 report. The Bud Light boycott rages on. But are we being fooled? Are we being tricked? Because Anheuser-Busch, the parent company of Bud Light, is massive, and they have a huge umbrella of brands.
They're making a huge mistake.
I'm sure a lot of people out there think they're doing a good thing by not buying Bud Light, but they pick up the next beer brand over, which is still owned by Anheuser-Busch.
Are you kidding me? Sneaky.
Anheuser-Busch doesn't care if you're not drinking Bud Light, if you're still drinking one of their other products, one of their other brands. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at the full lineup of Anheuser-Busch products, going down the line, and then we're also going to be talking about some American first beer brands.
That's the American way.
Some brands that share our traditional American values, unlike Bud Light, unlike Anheuser-Busch. All right, so here is the lineup of Anheuser-Busch products. Some very popular names, some names that I drink, and also some names that I didn't know were owned by Anheuser-Busch. We have Budweiser. Obviously, Budweiser's owned by Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light, the name in question. Michelob Ultra, one of the most popular brands out there. Natural Light. Natural Light was my go-to in high school and in college. The cheapest and pissy water beer that you could possibly drink, but it got the job done back in the day. We also have Landshark, kind of an off-brand. Corona, Shock Top, and then some of the craft beers. I'm not into the craft beers. I know a lot of people are. They're really trendy right now. So if you recognize any of these, next time you're at the grocery store or the package store, remember that they're owned by Anheuser-Busch. But they also own Corona, Beck, and Modelo, which kind of hurts my feelings. I'm a big Corona guy. I like Corona, but I will no longer be drinking it. Modelo as well. Modelo's a great tasting beer, great tasting product, but Anheuser-Busch does not share my values, and I'm not going to spend my hard-earned money on their products. That's what conservatives, we can do. We figured it out. This is the blueprint. This is the model moving forward. We work hard for our money. The left, they scream, they cry, they dye their hair purple.
Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States. President Obama for the
what a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time.
And they go march in the middle of the street and block traffic. We don't do that as conservatives. But we do have something they don't, and that is purchasing power. We wake up in the morning, crack of dawn, lace up our work boots, and go put in a hard days of work. We come home, we take care of our family, we take care of our kids, and we just don't have time to whine and cry about what's going on in order to try and get our way. But we can choose what products we buy and what products we don't buy. And there are a lot of really good American products, a lot of really good America First products out there that we can spend our money on. And the left wants to say, ooh, conservatives are now for cancel culture. They whine and cry about cancel culture, and now they're trying to cancel Bud Light. No, we're not. That is not cancel culture. I think Bud Light should be able to advertise however they want to advertise and put whoever they want to put on a beer can. Doesn't mean I'm going to buy their product. That's not cancel culture. That's just choosing where I'm spending my money. And the left has been doing this for decades. The left has always been doing this, and they've been doing this with beer brands. They boycotted Yuengling in 2016 as the Yuengling owner, billionaire, donated money to Donald Trump's campaign and also endorsed Donald Trump. The left pitched a fit. They cried, and they tried to boycott Yuengling. It didn't work. It was not nearly as successful as this boycott with Bud Light was. And the left has also been boycotting Coors, Molson Coors, since the 1950s. LGBTQ activists have been boycotting Coors for decades. Coors is a company that is instilled with American traditional values. That's a company that I want to spend my money on. I will buy their products. Coors owns a bunch of different brands. They own, obviously, Coors, Coors Banquet, Coors Edge, Coors Light, Coors Seltzer, Coors Original. We also have Miller in this lineup. Ice House. I don't recommend switching to Ice House. If you're drinking Ice House, you're probably down on your luck and sipping it out of a paper bag. But they own Miller Lite. I was watching Fox News last night, and even they don't get this. They don't get that Anheuser-Busch owns multiple products. Take a listen.
Lose its status as the nation's top-selling beer over the backlash from its partnership with trans influencer Dylan Mulvaney. So far, Bud Light sales reportedly already plunging 26%. In the wake of that deal, Outkick founder Clay Travis joined us now to react. Hey, Clay.
How are you, Ainsley?
I'm doing great. What do you think about that? Ashley was reporting this earlier, and she said that Modelo is just creeping up there. It's on pace to take over.
Modelo is on pace to take over. What? What are you saying? Modelo is owned by Anheuser-Busch InBev. It's right there on their website. It's not hard to figure out. Modelo, right there, owned by Anheuser-Busch InBev. This is their website. So you have huge publications like Fox News saying, go buy Modelo. It's separate from Bud Light. It's creeping up there. It may take over as the #1 beer brand. And I'm not hating on people if they went and bought another Anheuser-Busch product, but this is an Anheuser-Busch problem. It's not a Bud Light problem. Bud Light is owned. It is a subsidiary of Anheuser-Busch. They are the same. If Bud Light hurts, Anheuser-Busch hurts. If Bud Light makes money, Anheuser-Busch is making that money. They are one and the same. So if we're going to boycott Bud Light, I think we got to go after the tip of the spear, and that is Anheuser-Busch. So if you're switching from Bud Light to Modelo, that's not making a difference. They don't care. One of their brands is slipping, and the other brand is picking up that weight. Sales continue to drop with Bud Light. They've dropped over 26%, which is a massive decline. It's something we should be proud of, but they are not going to change. This is not going to be temporary. They will not apologize. They will not apologize because the woke mainstream media will not allow them to apologize. The mainstream media is not going to let them make an apology, because if they do, that is spitting in the face of a protected class. They are allowed to spit in the face of people like me and you. They're allowed to spit in the face of average Americans because we're normal. We're not a protected class. We're just hardworking Americans, and we don't need any protection. We're not transgender. We're not part of the LGBTQ community. We're not the ones that the leftist agenda setters are using to propagate their agenda. So they really don't care what we think. The only thing they care about is getting the CEI, ESG money that they're getting from these woke big hedge funds and institutions. So in order for this kind of thing to stop, we have to keep our foot on the gas. We have to keep the pedal to the metal, and we have to teach Anheuser-Busch a lesson by buying other products, using our purchasing power and telling them, we don't like what you did. You disrespected women. You put a person on the beer can who portrays women as immature and acting like children. And we're not going to put up with that. So we're going to go buy products and spend our money on products that represent traditional American values. I'm sure I missed some Anheuser-Busch products. If you're aware of any that I missed, leave them down below in the comments. And let me know in the comments, what beer brand are you switching to? I love you guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Until next time, peace.